Hey everybody, welcome back to Kiki Loves Nigeria. Hey, on this episode of Kiki Loves Nigeria, I want to remind you all about Aja a Freak. You guys remember Aja a Freak, Black Acres of the Gambia's Cynthia's friend, the one who assaulted her Gambian employee and accused her of stealing and smacked her so hard that she fell up against the wall. The lady who also accused the Gambians of stealing grapefruit seeds from her. Y'all remember her? Well, do y'all believe that this man, I don't know who he is, but all of a sudden he's like a wannabe Guatemala, and he has her on there as like a leader, Aja a Freak, as a leader in our community and a success story in the Gambia. How? How, people? How is this woman a success story in the Gambia when she's barely making it? Barely making it. How was she a success story? And she's also assaulting her employee. She treats the Gambians like less than. But she's speaking for Black Americans who are locating to the Gambia. Y'all, this dude is ridiculous. If y'all don't believe how she is, for those who missed it, here's the clip right here. This is how this woman, Aja a Freak, really is. On this first clip I'm about to show you, you're going to hear her talking about how she can't even go to the restroom because she's fearful that the Gambians are going to come in and steal something from her while she's gone. And she also says that she had some grapefruit seeds that she was eating, and she laid them to the side on the ground, and the next morning when she got there, they were gone, and the Gambians had stolen the grapefruit seeds that she had laid on the ground. So let's hear her talk about that.
People next to me, but they're a little bit of a distance away. So if I want to go to the restroom, do I want to take the chance of locking myself up in the bathroom and somebody just walk in with something and go?
Yes, people, you heard her right. She cannot even go to the restroom without the Gambian people coming in stealing from her. Now my question is, if you cannot go to the restroom without worrying about somebody coming in stealing from you, why in the world would you relocate to that country and open up a business when you know you can't even trust someone while you go to the restroom? Now let's continue.
Started saving the seeds to dry in the sun. So the next day, the seeds were still there. I go to run down to my neighbor 2 doors over to take care of something, and I thought I kicked something. So when I came back, I realized that I had kicked the paper that my seeds were on. I was like, oh, I must have kicked them out. But if you kick something, there's some evidence of it around. And that's when I realized somebody came by and stole my seeds, y'all. They stole the grapefruit seeds.
So not only will the Gambians come in and steal her merchandise, her used merchandise, her second-hand clothes merchandise, not only will they come in and steal that merchandise when she goes to the restroom, but they also stole her grapefruit seeds. Yes, and this is supposed to be one of the successful repats in the Gambia. People, this is not how you repatriate anywhere.
And I interviewed her previously, receptive to taking instruction, to learning new things. So I was really looking forward to working with her. That though, there's certain things missing in translation, so I'm not sure how good her English is. When I would send her to the store, she would come back with like the opposite thing, and I'm like, no. So then I would walk her back to the store, explain to her why there was a difference between paper towels, napkins, and tissue, right? Because I sent her for paper towels, she came back with tissues.
Nothing wrong with correcting people or sharing information with people or simply showing them something new. But there is something wrong with talking to people like they're stupid and treating people like they're less than, which I'm sure Miss Aja a Freak did.
That she's hanging with the tuna. So I said, well, let me run over here and get some hand soap. And I didn't even think to send her because I had a feeling she would come back with the wrong thing because I wanted liquid soap. So I go take my bag, I put my hotspot in there, I put my phones in the bag, I go 2 doors over.
So you notice she said she took everything with her, her phones, her hotspots, everything. Because remember, Gambian still.
Hanging pants. So why is she now with the whole chair pulled next to her, tying her bag tight? So I'm like, what's going on? So she's like, oh, I was just putting my lunch away. So I'm like, okay, me still trying to be helpful. Well, why are you putting your lunch in the disposable bags? Why don't you use a plastic bag so that the tuna salad dressing, right, doesn't seep into what you have in the bag? So she's kind of just looking at me like, no, it's okay. And I said, no, get the bag. So I go get the plastic bag. I come back. I'm like, give me the food. So she's like hesitant. So I'm like, what's the problem? Give me the food. So I take the bag to open it, and she's holding it tight. She's squeezing it, so I can't open the bag up. So I'm like, what is up with you? How am I supposed to get this in if you don't open the bag? And when I look in her face, I see this look of, like a kid with their hand caught in the cookie jar. You're not supposed to be eating. So I'm like, okay. I said, open the bag. She didn't want to open the bag. I asked her again. She didn't want to open the bag. She didn't want to move her hand. So I moved her hand out the way. When I moved her hand out the way, she kind of went back, and the bag opened.
Okay, so did you guys hear her? Just in case you missed it, let me play it one more time, because that's clearly assault.
I'm going to move her hand. So I moved her hand out the way. When I moved her hand out the way, she kind of went back, and the bag opened. But I'm going to move her hand. So I moved her hand out the way. When I moved her hand out the way, she kind of went back, and the bag opens. When the bag opens up, I see her purse is half open, and there's a pair of leggings in there, a pair of velour leggings.
All right, good people, there you have it. She just admitted that she assaulted this lady. She just admitted that the Gambians steal. She just admitted that you can't trust them. She just admitted that she assaulted again. She admitted she assaulted her Gambian employee. And this is the person that's supposed to be the ideal repat in the Gambia. These people on YouTube gotta be full of games and jokes. Hey people, don't believe everything you read, and damn sure don't believe everything you hear. Alright y'all, that's all I got. Miss Anja Freak, the joke of the Gambia. So not only will the Gambians come in and steal her merchandise, her used merchandise, her second-hand clothes merchandise, not only will they come in and steal that merchandise when she goes to the restroom, but they also stole her grapefruit seeds. Yes, and this is supposed to be one of the successful repats in the Gambia. People, this is not how you repatriate anywhere.